state of New York, and particularly the governor of New York, has just gotten one step closer to attaining the ultimate pandemic power, being able to designate certain classes of individuals as a health threat, forcibly relocating those individuals to specially designated housing facilities, and keeping them there for as long as the government wants. And also, they'd have the power to control what these people can, and comments section below. Here's how the bill reads, quote, upon determining by clear and convincing evidence that the health of others is or may be endangered by a case, contact, or carrier, or suspected case, contact, or carrier of a contagious disease that, in the opinion of the governor, after consultation with the health commissioner, may pose an imminent and significant threat to the public health, resulting in severe morbidity or high mortality, sent off to, quote, such person or group of persons shall be detained in a medical facility or other appropriate facility or premises designated by the governor or his or her delegate in complying with subdivision 5 of this section. And so essentially, what this here is saying is that if, in the opinion of the governor or of some political appointee of the governor, if you are someone who poses a health threat to the community or to the state, they can lock you away. Now, moving forward, Ms. Bobby Ann Cox, as well as the plaintiffs, they can still appeal this ruling to the Albany-based New York State Court of Appeals. However, until that court decides whether or not they're even going to take up the appeal, the reality is that here in the state of New York, Governor Kathy Hochul can go ahead and she can reinstate Section 2.13, putting the nearly 20 million people who live in the state of New York at risk of getting quarantined if the state determines it necessary. However, if all this sounds to you like the government is giving itself the authority to set up quarantine camps, well, you should absolutely stop worrying, because the Associated Press put out a fact check saying that this is not the case. In this quote-unquote fact check of theirs, their argument is since New York officials repeatedly denied having any intention of building quarantine camps, then obviously it's false. Here's in fact what that Associated Press fact check says, quote, nothing in the rule mentions camps, nor suggests that the state has plans to erect them. And that is technically true. Nowhere in Section 2.13 does it mention the word camps. Instead, it mentions temporary housing locations that you won't be able to leave without the government's permission. If you see any resemblance to that and the word camps, that's really just on you. The state of